our theme for today is bringing in a divine soul partner. During this session, we will open ourselves up to more of that romantic soul partner that is aligned with our highest and greatest good. The healing technology we will use during this session is the core work, which allows us to use applied quantum physics to connect with the zero-point field of infinite possibilities. From this space, we are able to release the patterns and blocks we have outgrown and align with a more expansive way of showing up in our lives, which leads to the miraculous transformation we desire. And so let's set the intention that whatever healings, miracles, blessings, transformations that we are ready to align with, that we do so with ease, grace, and joy in the highest and greatest way for each of us. If you agree, please affirm out loud, and so it is. Before bringing in a divine soul partner, just really allowing ourselves to be ready to receive that kind of love that we know deep down is available to us. So for any time, any place, we may have experienced heartbreaks in this lifetime or any past lifetimes. Any times we gave a piece of our heart to someone and we felt like it was not taken care of and it wasn't nurtured and loved, can we go ahead and do a healing from all of those experiences from the first time that may have come in whichever life, from the past, present, and future, yesterday, today, tomorrow, on all dimensions, lifetimes, languages, seen, unseen, now? If you want that, say yes. Any stories that you and your mind have formulated around these heartbreaks and these traumas that are not allowing you to move forward, that are keeping you stuck, can we show you all the lessons from those stories? Can we make sure that all those lessons are taught now, very quickly, in the highest and best way for you? If you want that, say yes. Can we show you how to forgive yourself for creating those stories? Because really, that was just the mind protecting itself. So can we show you how to forgive yourself for creating those stories that held you back from loving unconditionally, especially yourself? Can we make this healing available to all of our ancestors that came before us, that are here now, and that will be here after us? Can we go ahead and make this available to all of them so that they too can release all of these patterns and blocks that are not in alignment with their highest and greatest good, especially around the stories they may have created from any heartbreaks that they experienced? The stories around the idea that love is painful, it hurts, it's difficult, we have to sacrifice in order to experience it, we have to give something up, we have to give a part of ourselves up, we have to be something that we're not in order to earn it. Can we go ahead and show us all the lessons we were meant to learn from any of those timelines, past, present, future, now? If you want that, say yes. Can we have the mind receive the highest understanding, wisdom, and knowledge of what conditional and what unconditional really is, and what it looks like and what it feels like? So what the difference is there and what they really look like and feel like. So sometimes we may have an idea, but really if we don't have a clear idea or knowledge of what it is and an understanding or a reference point, it becomes a little bit more challenging to actually move into that direction. So can we have the I am presence within each of us, that source universal energy, give us the highest willingness to be open and receptive to unconditional love? Can we go ahead and do that now? Some of us would actually not know who we are if we didn't sacrifice or if we didn't make ourselves last on our list. So can we show us who we are outside of all of those patterns from their first point of conception? If you want that, say yes. So just check in with yourself. How is it keeping you safe to play games and to create dramatic patterns in order to have excitement in your relationships? How is that keeping you safe? It keeps people at an arm's length away. As much as I want them to be really close to me, I don't have to be as intimate as much as I desire to be. So although on a soul level, we all desire to have deep intimacy and connection and communion with others, the mind doesn't like that. It actually doesn't see it as safe and comfortable. So can we show the mind all the lessons it was meant to learn from those timelines, past, present, future, where it felt unsafe to be close and intimate with someone outside of ourselves? Can we go ahead and show us all the lessons from all those patterns, any traumas that it may have acquired, any shock that it may have acquired, any misconceptions, misunderstandings that occurred in that pattern as well? Can we go ahead and heal and release all of that from its root, first point of conception, from whichever lifetime that occurred? And we're going to do a sweeping of multi-dimensional aspects of yourself that may have experienced this. We're just going to do a sweeping of all of that and for your ancestors so that they too can have this healing now. If you want that, say yes. Now, can we have the I Am presence give us the highest wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what intimacy really is? Intimacy is the acknowledgement of who and what we really are in the very real present moment. So when you are allowing yourself to be intimate with someone, seeing them for who they really are and letting them share that with you, that true source essence, goddess, God aspect of themselves is being revealed to you, and you are revealing the same to them. But if you're having resistance to that, it could actually be that it's about being seen. So intimacy, maybe the fear of it for you has been that you just simply don't want to be seen. If you are experiencing anything of that nature on a subconscious or a conscious level, can we go ahead and release that, clear the fear, release that once and for all from its first point of conception, and show you who you are without it? What would life look like if you allowed yourself to be seen? What would happen? Would things change? Would they be the same? Would you expand? Would something happen that doesn't feel good? Tell me what is coming up for you right now. In the past, maybe a past life, or as a child, if you were seen, then you stood out. And by standing out, the focus was on you. And sometimes when the focus is on us, there's this energy of, I don't want to take away from others, or maybe there's an energy of people being jealous, not liking it. Anytime you are affected by that, especially as an empath, can we go ahead and do a sweeping healing, like a vortex of healing through all lifetimes and multidimensional aspects of yourself? Can we do a sweeping healing for that and let it go once and for all? If you want that, say yes. Any of the blocks that mind is still identifying with, any defense mechanisms, coping mechanisms that the mind is still creating, any resistance around being seen fully and actually being willing to see yourself, because that's really what it's all about. It doesn't matter if anyone else sees you, it matters that you're seeing yourself, because when you see yourself, you are setting the tone, giving people the example so that not only they can see you that way, but they can see themselves for who they really are. And that's by you doing that for yourself. So can we show you how to do that, why, and what will happen when you do? Any other vows, obligations, oaths, contracts that are subconscious, that are conscious, we're going to do a healing on all of that from its first point of conception so that you are no longer bound to anything or anyone that's keeping you from fully seeing who you really are at your core. If you want that, say yes. Any excuses, hesitations, distractions, blocks, patterns, stories that you've identified with that are keeping you from being intimate with yourself and with a divine soul partner, and also friends and family, because there's different levels of intimacy. So any blocks that we have, emotional intimacy, physical intimacy, mental intimacy, financial intimacy, every other kind of intimacy that is still a challenge for you, can we start to clear those patterns, the blocks that are making it a challenge, and then can we go ahead and show you how to embrace intimacy, how to befriend it, how to be comfortable in this new vibration, and show you what will happen when you do. Any of those specific beliefs that in order for one to experience love and for it to be exciting, it has to be filled with games and dramatic patterns and very much about sacrificing and struggling, and for it to be conditional and push and pull and passive and aggressive, that is in accordance to these patterns, that is ready to be released now from our physical, emotional, mental, auric bodies in this lifetime and any past lifetimes, can we go ahead and heal all of that from its root cause now? If you want that, say yes. Any other empathic patterns that you have contributed to, thinking that in order to love, you have to be selfless all the time and you have to put yourself last, and you continue that whole sacrifice, martyr, because we probably feel like we need to fix that person. It's not really going to serve them. So we have to make sure that we give that to ourselves first. We can be the walking examples and not try to convince anyone of anything, but just be ourselves, and that will be the healing presence that will help those in need. And then of course, when we feel guided, we can support and care and nurture, but we don't do it from a place of empty. We do it from a place of overflow, which is the essence of who we really are. So can we show us how to do that, why, and what will happen if it's in alignment with our highest and greatest good? So my beautiful friend, I'm so grateful for you. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Have a miraculous day. Hey my friend, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and comment. I'd love to hear from you. Have a miraculous day.